Well, today I'm repairing this old car. We're working on a 2006 Ford 500. We're doing front brakes, and we've already got it started a little bit, but I'll show you what's going on. So we started by obviously jacking the vehicle up using jack stands. Don't ever trust a jack. We got our Mac Tools impact ratchet. That is not a standard air ratchet. It's an impacting ratchet, 13 millimeter. Swivel socket on there, 13 mils here, looks like 14 or 15s on the back, but you can see we were due for some brakes. And when you pull these off, if you see any cracks like that right there, that's heat checking. So that tells you, you know, basically the brake pad isn't sliding away far enough from the rotor and causing excessive heat buildup. But this came out of the caliper bracket easy. I didn't have to pry this out or anything like that, so we know it's not from this hanging up, and the slides are free on each end, and I haven't greased them yet, so we know that's not it. But there is some rust buildup on the back side of that rotor, so that's probably what was causing it. So we got our 14 millimeter shallow impacting socket. Pull it right out. Do the top one there. Hold that right out. Now on these 500s, they got this bracket back here. You want that to go with that arm right there down where it's bent like that. That's got to go down. We'll switch back to the impacting air ratchet. Your torch bit here is a T40. Pretty common. Most of you are probably going, how did that come out of there? Well, you got to keep your car washed up. That's how it come out of there. So the brake pad set we got here is from Power Stop. There's your part number right there. Ceramic brake pads. Comes with even some synthetic brake grease. And basically your anti-rattle clips in there. And we'll get to breaking this down and changing them out. So we took our die grinder and our angle and basically cleaned up the spots where your anti-rattle clips are going to go. Next, we're going to be using our brake grease, basically greasing the slides here. So you can see we got our slide all greased up. The grease we're using, CCR brake grease, and we'll do the other side there. We got our anti-rattle clips on there. Now we're ready to get the caliper and everything back on, but first we got to get our rotor and clean that up. We got our brake rotors from Hoffman Brothers here where I'm at. That's the part number for front wheel drive 06 Ford 500, and they were $100 and some odd cheaper than some of the other parts stores around, so definitely shop around and make sure that you're getting the best deal you can. Some of these parts stores out here just ripping you off. You can see that it's impeccable to take some parts cleaner, brake cleaner, clean your rotor off, because the visqueen oil they put on there to stop it from rusting while it's on the shelf, you do not want that building up on your pads. So what we got some brake parts cleaner. Hot soapy water works just as effective. Just make sure you dry it real well when you get done. Put our Torx back on. Make sure that you don't get it cocked. Make sure that this is flat against the hub when you put that back on there. And we got our brake job done. We just reversed the process of taking it off, and basically we used a brake caliper tool to push the piston back in. You can use a pair of C-clamps. Just basically take your old pad, and you can see the marks on there where I used to turn that in, and just squeeze that in evenly back and forth, because it's got a dual piston caliper. You don't want to cock one of the pistons off, and shove it back in and tighten up your two 13 millimeter bolts, and you're done. That's a brake job. Thanks for watching.